with our party stroke finger food. We're going to do a caramelized onion mini voulevants. Basically all we need is some puff pastry, some onion, some sugar, olive oil and cheese to sprinkle on top. I've got 2 medium onions. They've been cut into half, like this. So pour them into the frying pan. Olive oil, and that. A little bit of salt, teeny bit. And okay, we'll put it onto the medium heat. We don't want them burnt, we want them nice and soft. So we should leave them on. And we just mix it up, just have them break out a bit. So we leave them on until they're nice and soft. And we're going to, excuse you. And then we're going to add on some sugar. So I shall see you in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we had our onions there for a few minutes. So you can see they started to go a little bit clear. A couple of brownie bits, but that's okay. So just bunch them all together. Now we have to sprinkle some sugar. Oh, what happened in there? Somebody uses a rattle toy, I think. Alright, so a couple of tablespoons of sugar. We want it nice and sticky once it's cooked, so I made a mess everywhere. Give it a mix up. Turn the heat down. Obviously we don't want the sugar to burn right away. Mix it up. And we're going to leave it on a low heat just for a few more minutes. Okay, until the sugar does caramelize, but on the onions, not the frying pan. Okay. Right, so small heat, few more minutes, and then we'll put it aside to cool, because we can't put hot onion on the pastry. So in the meantime, while the onion is doing its job, prepare the baking tray with a baking paper, so we can put our little voulevants and the pastry on top. So get this ready once the onion's cooking, and then we shall cut the pastry and put the onions and the cheese on top. So okay, so this is what the onion looks like when it's done. Okay, it's all nice and soft and a little bit gooey. So we're just going to put that aside, let that cool whilst we cut the pastry. Don't forget the, obviously adjust the recipe to the quantities that you're using. So we're not going to make too many voulevants, I'm just giving you guys as an example. So yeah, obviously if you're doing for much more people, then do a few more onions and a little bit more sugar. So, but yeah, I shall put that aside and then we'll prepare our pastry shortly. Okay, our onion is now cool. So we've got our pastry. Take it out of the packet. I'm not going to use all of it, because as I mentioned earlier, I'm only just making a couple as a sample. Okay, so make sure it's quite cold, otherwise it will get sticky pretty quickly. Okay. So I've got the pizza cutter, so I'm going to cut out the little squares. Roll it out. Then I'm going to do 2 lots of that. You can use like a little biscuit cutter if you wanted to make them round. Any other sort of cutter you have, you can do. I'm just making them square, nice and simple. Somehow I made them all different sizes, but hey. Right, so we have our little baking tray. Bring that forward. So, just lay them out. You need a little bit of room either side because they do expand. There's a puff pastry. Look at that. Who taught me how to cut, right? Alright. There we go. Right, now we're going to have our onion. Take a spoon. And we'll just push it a little bit in the middle. Try to leave a little bit of the cream on the outside. Try. Quite fiddly. You can make them much bigger if you want to. You can make one huge one and then cut them up. But they look prettier than the individuals. Don't be greedy on things, you know. Tiny bit and a tiny bit. This one is small one, doesn't want to take it. Here we go. So that's all in. So I've got a little bit of olive oil and a little brush. So take it in and just literally just oil the end bits a little bit so it doesn't burn. Whilst we're doing this, I've turned on my oven at 200 degrees. Gas mark 6 or 7, I think. Give them a little bit. I need to make it soggy otherwise it won't rise. So we shall put them in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Once they're nice and golden and raised up and the onion will kind of sink to the middle, they're done. It's literally as easy as this. I'm going to put them in and I think add on cheese a little bit later. But again, if you like your cheese nice and brown, you can put it on now and it'll be nice and crispy. I prefer it to add it on just a little bit after. So I shall put them in now and put the cheese later and we're done. So hopefully you like it. Tune in for some more. Okay, so our little voulevants are done with the caramelised onions. So here they are, little beauties. All you have to do, just let them cool down a little bit, and of course serve it to your guests on the plate with anything else. I've done some with the cheese and some without, depends what people prefer. Again, you do what you think your guests will prefer. And here they are. Hope you like them. We'll post some pictures in the end so you can see once they're all sort of dressed up and on the plate looking nice and pretty. Ready for party!